All right, so we got a new battery, and I've already taken it out of the box because I just wanted to see it, so calm down. Anyways, it was this right here, this AsperX, you guys see it? It's a 30 watt, 10,000 milliamp quick charging battery. So I thought that's kind of cool. So the reason I like having this with me is two things. Being able to charge the devices that I am bringing with me. If they run out of power, this is good. And of course, being able to have this charge itself fairly quickly and supply a fair bit of power on its own. So 10,000 milliamp. And this is, if you look at this, this is a phone, a cell phone, right? Standard like 6 point something inch. It's tiny, like it's really tiny. And if you compare that, at least for me, to some of the 10,000 milliamp batteries that I've used up to this point, it's really small. Now it is girthy, right? It is thick. So just realize that it is going to be probably a little bit bigger. I would say the 10,000 milliamp ones that I have currently probably are about a little more than half the thickness of this, but they're also, you know, like I said, this kind of size, right? A little thicker than my phone. So I'd much prefer carrying this around in any of the bags that I carry with me. Plus, if for instance, I want to be able to charge my comms or have a power cable running from, let's say, my Insta360 camera on my helmet or on the handlebars to something, this, because of its size, is going to be much nicer and easier to put somewhere. Even if I put it in my jacket pocket and just run a cable up to, let's say, the comm, that's just so much nicer. Anyways, this is it here, the AsperX 30 watt portable charger power bank, 10,000 milliamp hours, charging with 3 outputs. And if you look at this, the 3 outputs, you will see there's a 30 watt USB-C. It has its own, I believe, 30 watt USB-C that's included with it, which is nice. So this one here is an in and out. It does come with this USB-C cable, so it will charge or charge something else via this, which is nice. This one, of course, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, I believe this is only out. And then it has a 22.5 watt USB-A charger out for those products that you want or have a USB-A cable. It could be USB-A to USB-A or USB-A to USB-C or USB-A to micro USB. It really doesn't matter. Now realize, especially the older products, especially USB or micro USB and mini USB, those products are not getting like big wattage. You know, this does 30. Most of those are probably going to peak around 2 or 5. So 22 is probably going to be plenty. But there it is. You can see here, convenience and compact, right? Even here, honestly, that's a horrible Photoshop job. I'm going to say it right there because that thing looks bigger, just as big as her hand, right? But this is it here. And I don't have big hands by any means. So that's not a great Photoshop job. Nor is that one. Like, I don't know, like that thing looks massive. Maybe she has ridiculously tiny hands because maybe that's accurate. Maybe that one, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, this is it. This is the USB-C cable. It's hard to review batteries because you know what? They're batteries. Do they work? Sure. The real big thing, and if you guys have something that can test actual wattage and charging power and stuff like that, please do that if you get this and leave a comment below. But for me, the big thing is, you know, in like a year or two, I'll use this a fair bit. And I just want to make sure that it's still functioning. So this honestly will probably be, if I have it here, the biggest thing for me to charge will be something like this, right? On my travels, I bring action cams, especially the Insta360 cameras, around with me a lot. And you know, you're getting an hour and change off of these. And if you're going on a day ride or anything like that, you want to be able to charge these, you know, on the go. Maybe you stop for lunch or you stop for a break or whatever. So this simply should just plug in here and it should automatically come up, right? 84%, and that's charging. I honestly, what more do you want? Now the thing is, again, for me, some of them do high-speed charging, but if, for instance, I had my phone, I wish that this had like a mode button that told you how much power was coming in or going out of the battery, but it only shows you the actual battery percentage of how much power it is, which is good, especially, you know what, if you're going to be charging it, it's nice to know what it's at and how long it's going to charge. But if I take this cable here and plug it into this one, you will be able to charge two things. This one's not going to show, sadly, any charging because of the fact that it's dead. But you could charge three things. Just realize you are going to be dividing up that 30 watts. So each of these devices will get less. And if you are plugging in devices that can take 30 watts or can take 20 watts, you're not going to get 20 watts out of all of them. You're like I said, the power is going to divide and come down, so they're gonna charge slower. But slower isn't bad if, let's say, you're charging them at night when you go to bed, right? You got 10 hours or 8 hours between when you charge them, plug them in, till when they're done. Let them charge slow. You don't have to switch cables. That's a perk for sure, especially with something so little. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this. This is the AsperX 30 watt, 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and yeah, it's tiny. And I could have one more USB-A coming out the bottom. That's kind of cool. All right, guys, this is going to be coming with me on a lot of my little motorcycle rides because having battery with you is good. Links down below if you guys are interested, and we'll see you guys next video. Later.